Hey everyone, welcome back to the Widowed Parent Podcast Live. I'm here this morning with Kerri Newman of the Journey of Hope Grief Support Center. Kerri, welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, glad to be speaking with you. First of all, and it's Children's Grief Awareness Month, which of course is why we're doing this, and we had Children's Grief Awareness Day just the other day, but we still have about a week left more in the month, so glad we can get the word out here. Tell us, first of all, where you're located.
Sure, we are located in North Texas in Plano, Texas.
Okay, terrific. And tell us about your programs. And actually, I suppose you're probably doing some things differently right now with the pandemic. So why don't we talk first about your normal programming? Because presumably we'll get back to that someday. And I want people to be able to know what you offer on an ongoing basis. And then we'll talk about what you're doing temporarily right now.
Yes, absolutely. So, our normal program is an in person peer grief support group. So, children ages 4 and older come to our one of three locations in Plano, Frisco, or Highland Park to have dinner with other family members and to meet in those support groups with people who are around the same age or who have experienced a similar type of loss.
Mm-hmm.
And our groups meet twice a month in the evenings. And our groups are open ended and ongoing. So families can join at any time and they can attend as long as they need.
Terrific. Okay, and did you say it starts at age 4?
Yes, age 4 and older. We
Okay.
also offer a young adult program and we
Hmm.
offer our adult groups in English and in Spanish.
Oh, that's terrific. Okay. So you have groups, then kids broken up by age group. You have a program for teenagers as well, and young adults, and then adults. Is adults basically for the parents of the children in your program, or do you have programs for other adults as well?
We typically offer just programming for parents who have children in the program, and they're separated in groups by the relationship. So, for example, loss of partner or loss of child. And then we provide referrals to adults who are seeking any additional kind of bereavement support where they wouldn't match our specific program.
Ah, terrific. Okay. And what about criteria for kids besides age? Is there anything about like type of loss or length of time since loss or anything like that?
Nope, we just ask that there has been a death loss in their family system to be eligible to join. And yeah, we have kids who come pretty quickly after their person dies or many years after, because as we know, children grieve differently as they get older. And so
Mm-hmm.
our program is really flexible for everyone's grief journey.
Right. Okay. Terrific. And you said it's twice a month, and so people come. I think you mentioned dinner, and then
Mm-hmm.
do you break out into the different groups, and what kinds of things do people do?
Yes, we break out into the groups after our meals. We know that our families come from all over North Texas, sometimes even from Southern Oklahoma to come into our program because we are the closest bereavement center to them. And so we have volunteers that provide a delicious dinner for everyone. And then, yes, the kids go to their groups, the middle school and high schoolers to theirs, and the adults. So for our littles, we have things like we read books where they can see other people who are grieving and talk about their person and their emotions. We do some fun arts and crafts projects because there's something so powerful about processing your emotions through art and expressing yourself in that modality. The teens is more discussions and games and finding safe, comfortable ways for those teens to talk about those really difficult grief feelings. And the adult groups are really based in that discussion. So, what does your heart need today? What is a way that the group can support each person wherever they are in their grief journey in that moment?
Mm-hmm. Terrific. Okay. Well, that sounds like it would be really helpful then for families who are grieving a loss of someone close to them.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So now we're in a pandemic. Are you guys able to do some kind of support at this time?
Yes, so we have moved all of our groups online to Zoom. So it's sort of the same structure where our groups are meeting twice a month on Zoom. We have adult groups in English and in Spanish. We have our preschool through fifth grade groups and our middle school and high school groups. And
Mm-hmm.
so, really being able to support kids where they are and have them kind of participate in the program in ways that make sense for them. So we do a lot of book reading still, where we share our screens and read those beautiful stories about grief and loss. We have the kids participate in art projects with whatever supplies they have at home. With teens, are watching movie clips or showing Instagram art where they can really talk about and communicate about their grief journey and know that they aren't alone in all of these different emotions that they're feeling, not just from their grief from their loved one, but with everything happening regarding the pandemic.
Yeah, terrific. Okay, good. So if anybody is in need of support right now, they shouldn't hold off thinking that maybe there's nothing available.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
we have that. And we are really excited because we also were able to add in a new grief support group. We are now offering an anticipatory grief group. So this is for
Ah,
families who have a loved one with an advanced serious illness. And because we know with that serious illness, sometimes it's hard to get two groups. And so we have now offered this virtual group for families who need that different kind of bereavement or just grief support at this time. And so we're really excited to offer this new program to our community.
that's an important topic and a big need, and I think not as many groups that have that focus as there are groups with grief, post loss support. So for that program, is that for the kids, the caregivers, the patient themselves? Who is that program for?
Yes, so this program is for children and their parents and caregivers. At this time, we don't offer someone a support group for the person who has the advanced serious illness, but we would refer to the agencies in our community that do offer that support. So they can join at any point in their loved one's illness and participate and have that support and encouragement and that safe place to talk about all the changes, the emotions, and just everything that goes along with what the family is experiencing.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, great. Well, thank you for telling
Yeah.
us about that, and because I think that's a really important program. Okay, let's see. Well, let me ask. Well, is there anything else on logistics or things that we should know from people who are thinking about contacting you guys?
Well, I guess with our virtual program, we also provide support packs. So every 2 months, we hand deliver packs to our families' homes who sign up. And these are packs that include all sorts of grief activities, craft projects, things just for the kids, things for the whole family. We have ones for littles, ones for teens, and sometimes it's fun stuff like minute to win it games where they're putting the cookie on their face and trying to get in their mouth without using any hands. And sometimes it's more serious, like drawing pictures and sharing memories about their loved ones. So providing opportunities for families to remember and honor their loved ones in safe ways, but also ways to delight in each other and have fun and enjoy each other right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Terrific. Okay, cool. So let me just ask one final kind of wrap up question. Then I wonder if you could share your thoughts on how programs like this can be helpful for kids and families who are grieving.
Yeah. So, what we have heard a lot from our families at this time is that everything just feels so isolating. And they often talk about how they feel like their grief is really forgotten at this time. And whenever that's happening, they're talking and everyone's sort of sharing in this grief experience. And so they can come to a bereavement support group and know they aren't alone. They can be with other people who get it. And I think really, especially, they can get away from all those daily expectations of how they're supposed to behave, how they're supposed to talk about and remember their loved one, the kind of face that they have to put on when they go into work and school, and just be themselves in these groups. And they can talk about the good parts and the hard parts about their grief journey and have a really safe place to explore the discomfort of their grief and lean into wherever they need to be at their grief journey at this time. And we see that so especially with our littles where they don't know how to talk to other kids who are grieving, up to our teens who may be uncomfortable talking about their grief just at all in the first place, and with our adults who desperately are looking for ways to connect and support and encourage each other.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. Well, thank you. So, for
Yeah.
people who are in your area in North Texas, where can they find Journey of Hope?
Sure. So they can go to our website, which is johgriefsupport.org. And they can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Journey of Hope Grief Support Center. They can search that and find us.
Okay. Terrific. Well, Kerri, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.